All right. Welcome everybody to the Corner of Advice. I'm your boy B, the host. How's everybody out there? Hope everyone is living well, doing well, being well, and being great and gracious to others. Yeah, it's just uh the 30th day of the month, 2026. Yeah, July, that is. Well, we're gonna just have us a little conversation as we always do in the corner, and um, as we all know, the weather is not being kind. Something is really happening, and it's been hot in certain places, flooded in other places, earthquakes in other places. You ask me, I think the universe trying to say something. Say something, trying to talk to you. hmm Well, the world is what it is, and the universe does what it's going to do based up on the energies and motions. I believe that. I mean, you can choose to believe what you want, but there's nothing new that the world is doing. It's just feeding off the energy that it's getting. Care about it, it's gonna show you. You can't care about you. There's no more. You can, like, a long time ago, you would look out and say, man, that is a beautiful sight. Certain times of the year is nice, and it's so much energy goes up, and so does it go down. It's what you put out into the universe, what you get back. And so many people are being mm, not so forthcoming with the universe. They are talking about the water depletion. And I was in high school years ago, and my coach, and I don't want to disclose how old I am, but it's okay. You can know I'm have a birthday coming up. My coach said to me, Sanders, you know what the most important thing gonna be by the time you get my age? I said gas. He said close, but he said it's gonna be water. Water is gonna be the most important commodity to a human being's life. And I was like, why is that? He said, because water is not being reproduced, water is being consumed. Even though it may rain, but that is not reproduced rain, you know? And I couldn't understand that for the life of me. I think I was in, like, what, seventh, eighth grade or something like that. And I went home, and I think I grew up telling people about that, saying that, and people looking at me crazy. And I could go back to the same people I told that years ago, and I said, "You remember when I told you about that?" Yeah, he said, "I remember. How did you? How did he know? I don't know. But he was a Mason. This guy, my coach, he was a Mason. hmm Really cool guy. Really cool coach. He didn't like people that didn't stand up for themselves, or who didn't stand up for the country, or he didn't like you not exploring your talents. If you could run fast, he would want you to be the best runner there is. If you could jump far, he wanted you to be that. And he, like, pushed me to, this thing he used to call people fader to the backers. Go figure. He said, don't fade to the back. Come to the front. It's where you're needed at. You're not needed in the back. The world needs leaders. People who have the ability to lead should be in the front to lead, and they don't need to be in the back. You know, and that it goes to a thing that those who can do, those who can do the thing, they are the ones who doing the thing. And those who can't, they're the ones who teaching the person who has that talent to do it. So yeah, it's one of those things. Those who can do and those who can't teach. Yeah, so I pretty much agree with him. There's no need that you are wasting your talent sitting in the back because you are embarrassed, or you are, you don't have that much confidence in yourself and your ability. But a lot of times when somebody say, "Hey man, you can do that. I got faith in you," you should really just go ahead and motivate yourself to even just put forth an effort. Because a lot of times people can see in you something that you don't see in yourself. And if you just go ahead and just explore and take that opportunity to just go ahead and explore that what they see in you, it might come out. You might develop into something. Look at the Jackson Fives. Look, they was kids, and he was like, "Man, y'all can do this." And they were like, "Man, Dad, I want to go outside and play." No, you're gonna fade to the back. You're gonna get out in the street and whatever, things like that. So yeah, I believe in stuff like that. So whatever you can do it, because the planet and the universe is counting on us and you too. I say us, like it ain't us, but yes, it's counting on us. hmm But when your number is called, by all means, yeah, get up and go and do your best at it. Then we're gonna go ahead and dive right in it. And while we're talking about doing, I'm gonna read a quote about doing. Uh-huh. It is some time since so few have been asked to do so much for so many on so little. And I read that again. It is some time since so few have been asked to do so much for so many on so little. Say, we can break that down. What is that? What is that saying? It's been some time since so few have been asked to do so much for so many on so little. That is telling me, you know, it's been a while since somebody has asked, a few to do something for so many, and what they had was so little, just so little that they had. What's up with my computer? No, I don't want to do all that. Come on, now see it? I don't. It's something else. No, but yeah. Yeah, it's been so much, so little. Been asked so little. You've been asked so much to do. So few people. That's many are called, few are chosen type of thing. That you have to do so much for so many with so little in your hand. But a grain of salt, the faith of a mustard seed can conquer a whole mountain. You can Mount Mold out of Mount Hill, Mount out of Molehill and things like that. You just use what you have, and that can be a great difference. And the outcome is just that you have to get up and get out and do it. Yeah, you got to fade in the back. hmm And honestly, that was a random quote. And if whatever we take out of it, we take out of it. I mean, I think that we should know who we are. We should start learning who we are and what our capabilities are at a very young age in life. I mean, a lot of times, we're not challenged enough by our parents and leaders, and we're just giving away all of our talents, and we're not really exploring them. You don't know that you knew that you could do that until you get older, and you got yourself involved in something else, and spending so much time doing that you reluctant and neglected that. And that is something that when you get older, you're gonna be like, man, I could have did that. I could have been. the boxer. I could have been a champion skier. I could have been in the Olympics. I could have, you could have. There are a lot of things that we say that we could have been, and we mostly, if we say we could have been, we pretty much could have been, because if that's something that you could see yourself doing at an early or late age in life, and you knew you could do it then, just never pursued it. So I'm a total advocate for leaving no stone unturned. I want my kid to be playing a guitar, playing a piano, playing a sports, swimming, singing, all of the things that they see that they desire to do, because there's nothing that they cannot do. I mean, they say singers are born, not necessarily. You can be trained to sing. You just where your tone is at. That's could be used in any singing group if you hone that tone. hmm So yeah, baseball. And a lot of times we don't keep our children physically fit enough so that they can be able to challenge themselves to do things that they see the skinny people doing, and that is all the parent fault, because we didn't control their diet, and now that they're uh, uncontrollably overweight, then they feel that they can only do is sit down and watch, which really in their heart they are inside of themselves struggling. Man, I could wish I did. Man, but I mean, that is a whole nother conversation and how we should raise our children. But we don't want to be our kids' enemies while we try and raise them. We want to try and be their friend and a parent at the same time. More of a parent, maybe less of a friend, but they still need a friend, someone they can come to. As adults, we have friends. People we can talk to. It is not going to matter if when you go to your friend, you be like, "Hey, Jake, I'm stoned out of my mind, man. I need to talk to you." Jake will be like, "What's going on?" And you just dump on it. What if your kid, came to you and, "Hey, Dad, Mom, I'm feeling some type of way," and you are more of a parent at the time and less of a friend. You don't want to hear it. You're like, whatever they say and it's negative to you, you had no business. What did you doing that for? And what did you? And you burn that bridge, and it's gonna be hard to build it back up, because they're not gonna come to you, you know, with their situations, because a lot of situations that kids go through, we don't even have a clue, because we are so stern as parents mostly. And we forget that little part that they need is a friendship, somebody that they can go to, a go-to parent. You know, I can go. They want to, if they go to their mom and not their dad, and if that's cool too. Because the mom's supposed to give the information to the dad, and the dad's supposed to, try and dissect it, or figure out. Okay, hey, go tell her this, or ask her to come and sit down with us, or however it goes, all that has to take place. You don't want to have your kid afraid to come and approach you with any kind of situation they have. And I'm going to read another quote here, and it's linked up to enemies. Wise men learn much from their enemies. What? Never heard that one. What is there to learn from your enemy? I'll wait. I will certainly wait. We'll do that. We'll do that. How can I learn from my enemy? That sends me into the mind that, you know, what did you do to become my enemy? Why are you an enemy anyway? What's the problem? How are you an enemy? What are you doing wrong? Why? Who are you an enemy of? Or my enemy, or are you just a enemy? Enemy of my friend or friend of mine, or how does that go? Yeah, enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine. Yeah. So we we gotta figure out we don't want to be enemies to our children. We don't want them to be angry with us to be, where they can't come to us and just say, Dad, Mom, I need to tell you something. Like, I ain't got time. I don't want to hear that. You should have no business. They go off and do something, and then you are really hurt by their actions because you didn't give them a few minutes on no time of the day. I got this thing I want to talk about too. It's uh, it's dreams and personality. You know, we have a day to day, an everyday personality. We have this guy or this girl that goes to work every day, come home. We developed to these people that we do this here, we do this here as a program, and we do this, we do this, and we do that as the program goes. And we're programmed. Okay, we got this job, we got this career, and we're continuously doing this out of what we do because that's what we programmed to do. Okay, now and uh, it's no selected time and age that what I'm about to say, but if we are having a dream, let's say that we want to come become something and do something different, we have to change. You can't be the same person that goes to work every day and have that dream and then want that dream to come alive. You have to switch gears and switch personalities. You that dream you had, you have to change. This you versus that dream. That dream, it may have you doing other things and taking time to do this and taking time to do that to follow that dream. So you have to become someone else for that dream. It's kind of out there, but yeah, it's true. Mhm. Because the dream that you had and you enjoyed that dream and you want to follow that dream, you want to pursue that dream. But you can't be the person or the same person. It sounds weird, but it's a fact. You have to develop different ways and actions and behaving to pursue that dream. And it is so true. It doesn't even matter how old you are. I mean, you in school. Let's start off young. Let's say you in school. You start off young, and you find yourself always hanging out with your friends. You're doing that, and you had this dream, and you want to follow that dream. So you got to change out. You can't hang with the same friends. You got to do something different. You have to pursue that dream in a different manner, which means you have to become someone different, totally different person. You got to become who you need to be to create that dream into a reality. Hmm? Yeah, these are actual facts. I mean, you cannot maintain a farmland, and still want to be what do they call air, what do they call it, a pilot. But you got to get out the farm. You got to get out the farm. You got to get it. There's no schools out there, the airplane pilot schools. You have to pick up that book. You got to get out that tractor. You got to put some different. You have to, Superman in this situation. Superman. He is he's a reporter. Before any situation happened, the Daily Planet. Some jump off, coming out of that. He's Superman. He know what he got to do. I mean, that's a metaphor, and it is kind of stretched out, but that is true. You got to become someone else to pursue that. Now I'm just saying, and those are the things that I want to drop. Some things that came in my head during my week as a grown man. Yeah, this is what we do in the corner of advice, and I want to also say something else. Oh, I got I saw some on the internet the other day. Well, today it was Dr. Fauci. What do we know about this guy? Hmm. Did y'all know he pled the Fifth Amendment in the hearing? I mean, we know he was pardoned by uh, uh, president, not the one we have now, but slow Joe Biden. Yeah, so he was pardoned from any foul play, so to speak, during the pandemic. So he has no recourse for whatever took place and all of the things that they're accusing him of. And I'm reading about it. I'm like, what? Is that what they accuse him of? What? And I'm checking that out. And the dude said all through the hearing, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. But why? Why you plead the fifth? And these people asking you, did you have anything to do with the promotion of the pandemic because of testing that you did in a lab somewhere, and saying that everybody should take the vaccine, and if not, this will take place? And was there any financial gain? That man said, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth all the way. What color tie he got on? Plead the fifth. What color is the rug? I plead the fifth. But how corrupt do we allow these people to be until, man, I'm about to say a word. I probably don't even know the definition until total anarchy comes, man. I sound like, nigga, I'm pissed off or something, I'm mad about what's going on. Some everybody can't be in this whirlwind of loopy, dumb, stupid. Everybody can't be. And the media is not helping us none at all. And these people are such the promoters of the bull crap. And a lot of times you want to stay away from it, but you gotta be up to your current affairs to be able to know what's going on, because they doing shit behind our backs, in front of our face, on the side of us, back in front of us. It's just everywhere, and it's not right. A lot of unnecessary, unrighteousness things. They ain't even trying to hide it no more. I mean, it's just so much that these people in the machine is doing, and they don't even care about. Oh yeah, that's what I did. So what, Ann? Yeah, that's what happened. So what, Ann? What are you gonna do about it? Really? You need to go back to a small government, small country, because these some bitches is running rampant with the lies and doing things that are really detrimental to the society as a whole. And I've said this here before. It's due to the ruler. It's all because of the ruler. If the house ain't right, whoever running that house, that's the problem. Not the house. The house is just an edifice. This country is just a country. It's the ones who ruling it. They're the ones who are allowing and permeating and spewing out this stuff. And you have people with simple minds, with barely baby minds. They ain't even developed as a human being yet. Following these idiots. following these idiots and believing them, believing what they say, carrying on their bullshit. Yeah, he's right. I don't think he's wrong. Not even looking inside their own brain and saying, that sounds right. I don't think that's right. That can't be right. I mean, knowledge is not hidden. It's right in front of you. And this is the time of knowledge right now. So there's nothing hidden no more. Now, there's nothing hidden. You can just look around and just find some knowledge. And whatever that was done, you say, that they did that? That's what's happening? That's what's going on? You lie. You tell me that? Oh, no. Nobody seek change. Nobody want justice. Everybody want to sweep back on the rug or kick the can further down the road and let somebody else have to deal with it until you look at it face to face and just, you know, deal with it like that. Let me read this. It's kind of weird, but I'm going to read it anyway. Love your enemies. I said it's going to be kind of weird. Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. What? The Bible. Matthew 5:44. I'm going to leave that right there. 2 seconds. Love your enemy. Bless them that curse you. And do good to them that hate you. Well, if that ain't a blindfold, I don't know what the book is. What? What are you talking to? Who, when, and why? I doubt it. I doubt it. The way so much bullshit is going on nowadays, I don't even want to do the same shit that my enemy doing. And if you are my enemy, and if you hate me, I damn sure, and I know it. Gotta be kidding me. You should even put that in the book. Matthew was stupid in a bitch. Yeah. I mean, call it what you want. That's how I feel. We have met the enemy, and they are ours. You heard that one? Oh, Oliver said that. Oliver Perry. We met our enemies, and they are our enemies. What do you do with an enemy, man? An enemy. First of all, you got to stop him from hurting you and yours. Stop him from trying to kill you or kill or destroy anything to you, or stop him from creating your demise because he's your enemy. That's like an animal of the planet. Not the animals. I can't say they are enemies. They are just natural predators and in competition. But an enemy, that's a choice. Huh? You choosing to be my enemy. You choosing to hate me. I'm supposed to hoorah you and bless you. You got me toe up. I don't care how you look at it. That ain't what I'm finna go teaching minds. But I just want to share that and let that marinate. That's one of the quotes there.